baseball.
Live from Dodger Stadium, welcome to opening day 2017 as the Dodgers and the ever other club in Major League Baseball attempted to be the world champion. Well, for the Dodgers, 4 times they've won the Western Division of the National League and trying to make it 5 in a row and then move on to the big dance. Clayton Kershaw on the mound today. The Dodgers are taking the field, and here's the way that Dave Roberts will have his lineup today. In Game 1 of 162, Andrew Toles, who we saw move to the leadoff spot during the Freeway Series, again at the top of the order. He'll bat first and play in left field. Corey Seagert's at shortstop. At third base is Justin Turner. Adrian Gonzalez is at first. At second base, Logan Forsythe. Jock Peterson controls center field. As Bonnie Grandal to catch at right and batting 8th, Yasiel Puig and Clayton Kershaw making his 7th opening day start on the mound here this afternoon for the Dodgers. The umpiring crew chief Larry Vanover working the plate to call the balls and strikes. Alfonso Marquez is at first base. Chad Fairchild umpiring at second, and David Rackley is over at third base. The Dodgers 11-8 last year against the San Diego Padres and trying to get off on the right foot. Jalees Chacin on the mound for the Padres. And as a reminder, tomorrow night, Game 2 of this series and of the season, for that matter, it's going to be Kenta Maeda against Clayton Richard. And we will join you tomorrow with the Morongo Casino Dodgers on Deck show at 6 o'clock. First pitch is at 7:10. On Wednesday, also a night game, and then on Thursday, it's a getaway day finale this series, 12:10, and then the Dodgers will pack up, they go on the road, 3 in Colorado, and then they will be 3 games in Chicago before returning home. So welcoming to opening day, and the Dodgers and the Padres are to play from Dodger Stadium. Here's Charlie.
Indeed, Mo, it is time for Dodger baseball. Game 1 of 162, and here they are facing the San Diego Padres on opening day for the 3rd consecutive year. Last year down in San Diego, the Dodgers 15-0 in Game 1, 3-0 in Game 2, 7-0 in Game 3, and here's the first pitch of 2017. It's a ball strike, 0-1. Manuel Margot will lead it off for the San Diego Padres, right-handed hitting center fielder. Will Myers will bat second. Yangervis Solarte will bat third, switch hitting second baseman. So here's Kershaw on 0-1, and Margot with a fly ball deep down the left field line. Looking foul and out of play into the Loge. That had home run distance, and it's 0-2. So Kershaw, 21 starts last year. Of course, he missed a couple of months, roughly a dozen starts. Even so, 12-4 to 169 ERA. Struck out 172 and walked only 11. Here's the 0-2. Margot takes under the knees. 1 ball and no strikes. Crew chief Larry Vanover calling balls and strikes. Alfonso Marquez, the first base umpire. Chad Fairchild at second. David Rackley is at third. 68 degrees. Mostly sunny skies. Kershaw on 1 and 2. Swung on and missed strike 3. Big slow curveball and Clayton Kershaw, and the Dodgers are underway.
Yeah, the first curveball of 2017 for Clayton Kershaw had big teeth on it.
So Kershaw, who is the opening day everything for the Dodgers, 7 consecutive season openers, 4 straight postseason openers, and 4 of the last 5 spring training openers. All thrown by Clayton Kershaw, who's now facing Will Myers. Myers had a good spring, hitting over 400, 4 home runs, 9 runs batted in. Takes a ball outside and high, 1 ball and no strikes. Solarte on deck. We'll get to the Dodger defense in a moment with the wind blowing from left field toward right. Kershaw delivers a fastball and Myers swings and misses. And it's 1-1. Andrew Toles is in left field. Peterson swung over toward right center. And Yasiel Puig essentially straight away in right. Turner and Seager on the left side of the infield. Forsythe shaded toward second. Gonzalez at first. Myers swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
Well, for the Padres, they have 3 batters in their lineup that have never faced Clayton Kershaw. 2 other batters that have faced him just 1 time.
Generally, it doesn't matter,
nope.
One way or the other. Opposing hitters just 184 against him last year. Ground ball to short, second hop. Seager picks it up, throws low, and it kicks off the glove of Adrian Gonzalez, and Myers will go to second.
Ball hit hard, looked like a breaking ball. And for Corey Seegers, stood his ground, fielded the ball out in front of him, but that throw about 8 feet in front of Gonzalez. And just off the top of the thumb side of his first baseman's mitt.
The bounce appeared to hit the lip of the grass, so it was not a true hop for Gonzalez. Either way, you've got Myers at second base on the throwing error by Seager, and Yangervis Solarte coming up. Solarte hit 286 this spring. Just underway. Again, the Padres lost the first 3 to the Dodgers last year and never did score a run. Ball in the dirt, blocked by Grandal, and Myers is going to go to third. So a sloppy beginning for the Dodgers here on opening day.
And sloppy beginning indeed, and now we'll find out if Dave Roberts is going to bring the infield in to try and shut off the run. Solarte is one of the 3 batters that has faced Kershaw a little bit, 12 at-bats. Myers, who's over third base, had faced him 15 times. The most at-bats by Eric Ibar, the shortstop, 25 appearances against Kershaw.
So the Dodgers, in fact, do bring the infield in. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out in the top half of the first. Kershaw set. Myers leaves from third. Another pitch in the dirt. Blocked by Grandal, 2-0. Solarte was the third baseman last year for the Padres on opening day. At second base this afternoon. Solarte, a career year with 15 home runs, 71 runs batted in, and a 286 average in San Diego a year ago. Kershaw on 2-0, grounded foul toward the Dodger dugout, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
You know, Solarte, a very important man with his Padres ball club last year. 109 games, had 15 home runs. He was the National League's, in fact, that for baseball's Tony Conigliaro Award last year, overcoming adversity. His wife had been ill last year, fighting cancer, and finally lost her battle in September. Solarte, just a solid citizen with his Padres club.
Infield remains in. Kershaw on 2-1. Grounded foul again toward the Dodger dugout. It's 2-2. Dodger Stadium is packed to the rafters. Of course, the Dodgers averaged about 48,000 per performance last year, leading the majors. Now the 2-2 on the way. Grounded pass. Seager into left field for a base hit. And the Padres take a 1-0 lead. So an unearned run has cost the Dodgers here in the first.
It took them 4 games into that 4th game last year in order to get the first run on the board, but as a result of an error, a wild pitch, and now a ground ball up the middle because the infield was drawn in. Padres on top.
Yeah, the Dodgers won the season opener last year behind Kershaw 15-0. Dodgers would win 11 of the 19 meetings against San Diego a year ago. 6-4 here and 5-4 down there. Hunter Renfroe pops it up behind the plate. Grandal has room, sheds the mask, and he'll make the catch for the second out of the first.
Padres are the new look this year. New look indeed. They had 18 players on their roster. They were not with them last year on opening day. 18.
And 3 Rule 5 players.
And no returning starting pitcher from last year. At least not in the rotation to begin with.
So they're gutting the tenement and trying to rebuild from the bottom up. Ryan Schimpf, left-handed hitter, power hitting third baseman, stepping in. 286 this spring. Kershaw deals a fastball, low and outside, 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, Schimpf has some power. Last year he had 60 hits after getting called up. 42 were extra base hits. But he trades off the power, not making a whole lot of contact. He struck out 30% of the time.
1 ball, no strikes. Kershaw set in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball at 93, outside corner, knee high, 1-1 to Ryan Schimpf. Margot struck out on a curveball. Myers got aboard on a throwing error by Seager. Went to third on a wild pitch and threw a drawn-in infield. Jan-Hervis Solarte, who's currently at first base, singled in the first run of the season. 1 ball, 1 strike. Low and outside, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, good job by Grandal. That pitch was in the dirt. Yasmani just slid out and made sure he got in front of it.
Peterson shaded toward left center a couple of steps. Tolles and Puig straight away and left and right. Here's the 2-1. Kershaw set and the pitch. Fastball popped up into short left. Out goes Seager having difficulty, and now it's Tolles calling him off at the last instant. Makes the catch and the inning is over. For a moment it looked like Seager couldn't find the ball in the sky. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 was with the Rockies. In fact, he's faced the Dodgers 20 times, 19 starts, at a 3.91 ERA. Faced the Dodgers once last year while pitching for the Angels. So Chacin making the opening day start for San Diego, and he'll be facing Andrew Tolles, Corey Seager, and Justin Turner. Gonzalez in the cleanup spot, Logan Forsythe hitting 5th at second base. Jock Peterson in center field, Yasmani Grandal is the catcher, Puig hitting 8th, Kershaw pitching and batting 9th. Padres have the shift on for Tolles. First ball swinging, fouls it off to the left, and it's 0-1. The Padre defense. Travis Jankowski is in left field. Manuel Margot is in center. Hunter Renfroe is in right. The infield, Schimpf, Ibar, Solarte, and Myers. As Tolles takes inside and low, 1 ball and 1 strike.
One thing to keep in mind in this series, pretty good throwing arms all the way around defensively for the Padres in the outfield.
The 1-1. Tolles takes a fastball low and inside, 2-1.
Hey, Roberts talking about Chacin before the ball game. He's look, he bases everything around the slider. What does that mean? Well, he comes to the slider a lot. Came up with a good changeup a few years ago as well.
The 2-1. Tolles loops one into short left field. Jankowski coming in. He'll make the catch. First out of the bottom of the first. Well, here's Corey Seager coming up.
Corey Seager.
Just had 8 at-bats in spring, although he's doing a lot of work in the backfield. And about 3 weeks, an oblique injury set him back. But showing no ill effects in the final exhibition game on Saturday against the Angels. 3 base hits, and one was hit harder than the next. 1 out, nobody on. Again, the shift on. This time for Seager, who grounds one to third. Bobbled by Solarte, picks it up. He'll make the play. Seager retired. There's 2 out. After the play made by Ibar. Justin Turner coming up. Turner coming off a career year with 27 home runs and 60 runs batted in, 34 doubles and 3 triples. I'm going to correct myself. 27 home runs and 90 runs batted in as Turner takes a strike. It's 0-1. Adrian Gonzalez on deck, and Turner takes inside corner for a strike. It is 0-2.
Yeah, there's the breaking ball, the curve ball, as well as the slider. Fastball, he will sink it. He'll have a cut fastball as well.
Chacin, a fast worker, getting the sign from Austin Hedges, and here's the pitch. Fouled off to the right and out of play.
Yeah, with Turner, kind of the mixed defense. Infield's the pull, but the outfield's the opposite way. In particular is Margot in center field. Margot, by the way, a very good center fielder. Renfroe has a very good arm. Talked about the throwing arms in right field. Jankowski, good glove and good arm in left.
The 0-2, comebacker, easy play for Chacin. An underhanded flip to first, and the Dodgers go quietly in the bottom half of the first inning. We'll go to the second, opening day from Dodger Stadium. Padres won Doday's start, going for his 5th opening day win, which would tie him with Don Drysdale for the most opening day wins in franchise history. Jack Morris, the Night Train, Walter Johnson, and Grover Cleveland Alexander hold the Major League record with 8 opening day victories. Hedges stepping in, right-handed hitting catcher. First pitch of the second. Line to left. Toll's going back. He's got some room. A couple of steps in front of the warning track. 1 pitch, 1 out in the second. That's something we see fairly often. Teams going after the first pitch against Kershaw.
I've always said, you and I've talked about it, is if I were facing Clayton Kershaw, which you get a little jelly-legged anyways, maybe a good day to have the flu and not be in that lineup. But if you're going to hit him, you don't want to fall behind in the count. And we see more and more teams that are adopting the theory. Swing early in the count, because if you get 0-2 or 1-2, your goose is pretty well cooked.
Eric Ibar takes high and away, 1 ball and no strikes. And if the opposition puts the ball in play on the first or second pitch, that plays into Kershaw. Cuts down on his pitch count, increases his efficiency. The 1-0 is a ground ball foul up the third baseline past our old friend Glenn Hoffman, third base coach. Eddie Rodriguez is the first base coach. Andy Green, the manager of the Padres, in his second season. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ibar. And he pops it up just beneath us and to our left. And it's 1-2. Kershaw last year, before he went on the DL, 16 starts, 121 innings, at a 1.79 ERA. Opponents hit just 185 against. Then he missed a couple of months. Here's the 1-2. Call strike 3. Fastball at the knees. Ibar down on strike. Second strikeout of the game for Kershaw. 2 out and nobody on.
So important for Kershaw to establish that curveball as he did in that first inning. Struck out the very first man, Margot, with a hook on a 1-2 pitch. That automatically puts a little signal into hitters' minds. If I get behind the count, am I going to see that big yellow hammer, the curveball?
Jolice Chassin, batting 8th for Andy Green, takes a strike, and it's 0-1. So after Kershaw missed that 2-month period, final 5 starts after the stint on the DL, there's a fly ball to left field. Toll's going back. On the warning track, he'll make the catch, and that'll end the inning. Final 5 starts last year for Kershaw, post-DL, a 1.29 ERA. He struck out 27. That's a Billy Joel's greatest hits, and for the first time, Billy Joel performs live at Dodger Stadium Saturday night, May the 13th. Purchase a game ticket for April the 14th and a concert ticket for May the 13th for one special price of $49.50. Visit Dodgers.com/Billy Joel Night. And on this opening day, Adrian Gonzalez steps in. In his career, he's hit .450 in the first game of the season. He takes under the knees, 1 ball, no strikes. 18 career hits on opening day. Only Carlos Beltran, who has 19, has more opening day hits than Gonzalez, who takes inside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Roger just watching the defense putting the shift on quite a few players, including right here with Gonzalez.
Solarte in short right field as Gonzalez takes under the knees, 3 balls and no strikes.
Well, Solarte likes the shift with left-handed batters. Batter playing now second base. He did at third base because from third base he'd go all the way over where he is now.
Gonzalez taking all the way. It's strike 3-1. Adrian beginning his 14th big league season. Needs 46 hits to reach 2,000. Now the 3-1. Line to left field, slicing toward the corner. It is a fair ball, 1 hop over the small wall, and a ground rule double for Adrian Gonzalez to begin the bottom half of the second.
Now, Gonzalez, the count was in his favor. As Chassin mentioned before, is that he will turn the ball over, run it away, that two-seamer. It's exactly what he did, which he pitched against the defense. Not that you're going to catch the ball anyway, but Gonzalez even showed over in the Arizona portion of spring training he can hit it the opposite field as well as anybody else.
Gonzalez, who played in 156 games last year and hit .285, had 31 doubles. Logan Forsythe stepping in, who played 127 games with the Rays last year. Batting fifth. Hit .264 in Tampa. And he takes a strike, 0-1, with 20 home runs and 52 runs batted in. Forsythe had a very solid spring for the Dodgers, second base and third. And hit .340. No balls and a strike. And he loops one into short right center field for a base hit. It drops in front of Margot. Holding at third is Gonzalez. Forsythe with a single to center. The Dodgers are in business, first and third, and nobody out.
In spring training, Dave Roberts talking to Forsythe. Forsythe said, I love being with a team that's a winning team. And they said, well, what's your impression? He said, a lot of teams have a couple of guys that talk about winning. He said, this is a Dodger team that everyone, including the veterans, talking about this is going to be a winning season, and they're not afraid to work to get there.
Jock Peterson coming up. Peterson with 6 home runs in spring training, hit .246. A 100 base hits last year for Jock. 26 doubles, 25 home runs. And he takes a slider for a strike, and it's 0-1. Peterson this year is going to have to step it up against left-handed pitching, against whom he was just 8 for 64 last year, $1.25. But Chassin, right-hander, deals. Peterson with a fly ball to right field. Hunter Renfroe camped underneath it. He will make the catch, tagging, and on his way home is Gonzalez. Renfroe misses the cutoff man, and so tagging and going to second base is Forsythe. And the Dodgers have tied the score at 1.
Boy, to begin with, Jock Peterson just missed it. I mean, he barely got underneath that ball. Otherwise, it's up at about the 20th row of the pavilion. Talked about Renfroe has a very strong throwing arm, but the strong throwing arm is all well and good if he hit the cutoff man. That was over the cutoff man. It was offline to begin with, and heads up base running by Forsythe, who's now in scoring position.
Again, one of the things that we're watching with Forsythe over spring training, 38 games, he's a very heady player.
Yeah, he's a grinder.
There's a lot of Chase Utley in him. Yasmani Grandal takes a breaking ball high and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Grandal, a very good spring. He hit .302 with 19 hits. Last year, of course, 27 home runs and 72 runs batted in. We're tied at 1. 1 out, 1 on in the bottom half of the second inning. Yasiel Puig on deck. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. And it's 1-1 to Yasmani Grandal. Dodger Stadium never known as a home run hitter's park. But last year, Grandal hit 27 home runs, 20 of them here. Here's a 1-1. Line foul up the right field line. Into the lows, well hit, 1-2.
Historically, the ball will fly out of here a little bit more in day games than it will in night games. When the game first started, there's a little breeze blowing out towards right center field. Well, there's a little bit of wind moving around, but not enough to really affect the flight of the ball at the present moment.
Forsythe leading from second base. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 1-1 tie in the second. Grandal pops it foul to the left. Ryan Schimpf giving chase about 10 rows back. Count holds at 1-2. Puig on deck. Tomorrow, Kenta Maeda and Clayton Richard. Pre-game at 6. First pitch, 7:10. Margot in center, shaded toward left field for the left-hand hitting Grandal, who swings and misses at a breaking ball. He's been struck out. For Chassin, his first strikeout of the game. It's the second out of the second. In an ideal setting, in a perfect world, Yasiel Puig would be hitting in the middle of the lineup. But he hasn't been hitting all that well the last year or so. And he just received an intentional walk. The hand gesture, the sock puppet from Andy Green.
Well, that's all right. Clayton Kershaw's first career home run, his only home run at the big league levels, was on opening day 2013
against the Giants. So here's Kershaw, 2 on and 2 out. Dodgers and Padres are tied at 1 in the bottom half of the second inning. Kershaw takes high and outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Clayton hit 174 last year. A double and 3 RBIs. Left-handed hitter, wide open stance. And he takes a strike at the knees. It's 1-1.
The Padres are playing it very conservatively. If Kershaw were to lay down a bunt, first baseman, well back. Third baseman, well back.
Andrew Tolles on deck. Forsythe at second, Puig at first. Kershaw takes inside and low. Backhand stab by Austin Hedges. That is 2-1. Kershaw waits. He swings and fouls it off to the right. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tied at 1. Second inning, the 2-2. Kershaw takes low, ball 3.
The senior wanted that one. That was the breaking ball, so it goes full counts. Runners will get a jump.
Just under the knees. So a head start for Forsythe from second and Puig from first. 3-2, 2 out. Chassin deals. Kershaw grounds it slowly up the first base line. And a nice easy play for Will Myers. Jogs to the bag and the inning is over. A Gonzalez double. A single for Forsythe. A beat going to the third. Jankowski, a speedster. This is his second opening day at the big league level. Last year played 131 games. And hit .328 this spring. Well, the Padres, talk about turning the page. Now they bought themselves a whole new book. They have refurbished this roster pretty much from top to bottom. They have 3 Rule 5 players on their roster. Jankowski, left-handed hitter. Takes under the knees and inside, 1 ball and no strikes.
Yeah, for the Padres, the second youngest team in Major League Baseball. They averaged 27 years and 7 days.
A 1-0 is a swing and a miss, 1 ball and 1 strike.
The youngest, Cincinnati Reds.
And both of these teams expect it's going to be a long year. Cincinnati, like San Diego, pretty much starting again from scratch. Jankowski drag bunt. It's a beauty. Forsythe, underhanded flip out of the glove, and he gets Jankowski. Boy, that was Utley-esque. Into the glove and all in one motion, flipping it out of the glove to Gonzalez, getting the speedy Jankowski by a step.
Not only a good play, but if you do not read the ball well and get a good jump from your second base position, playing back so far to begin with, you have no chance at all. So you have to get the good jump, be speedy enough to get to the baseball, because as you mentioned, Jankowski runs very well.
The only way that Forsythe could have made the play was the way that he did, all in one motion, into and out of the glove and the short flip to Gonzalez. Manuel Margot, strikeout victim in his first at-bat, takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
And Margot came over from the Red Sox. That was in a Craig Kimbrell deal.
He was the headliner in this one. Here's the 0-1. Tried to hold his swing, but went through. 0-2.
Yeah, they really like Margot and what he can do as a September call-up. And one of the things that impressed him in a short, brief period of time that they've had him, he made pretty good contact.
No balls and 2 strikes. Margot awaits, and he fouls it into the dirt and barely stays alive. We're tied at 1 in the top of the third, opening day at Dodger Stadium. 68 degrees, a gentle breeze blowing from left field toward right. The 0-2, Kershaw deals. In the dirt, and a check swing. 1-2 to Manuel Margot.
Margot out of the Dominican Republic.
Not quite 6 feet. About 175 pounds. The 1-2 in the dirt. It gets past. Grandal kicks back to the screen. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I like Margot up near the top. He's had as many as 45 stolen bases in 1 year. 3 years ago combined, Carolina League and the Southern League, he stole 59 bases.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the third, tied at 1. Kershaw deals, and Margot takes low and inside for ball 4. So Kershaw walks the batter. And he'll be muttering to himself for a while over that.
And now they're calling him back. Is it? No, that's only ball 3. I thought that maybe I had miscounted.
You and me both.
It was Margot that was miscounting.
Not so fast, young man.
Maybe in the Carolina League you can do it, but not here in the big leagues. They watch everything you do, so it'll be 3-2. Kershaw came off the mound and go, ooh, wait a minute, guys. That's not right. As the kids will say, that ain't fair.
So Margot is now back. Only mildly embarrassed. Kershaw on 3-2. The lefty into the wine. Here's the pitch. A broken bat, pop up into short left. Out goes Seager, shading his eyes from the sun. He makes the catch, and that's the second out of the third.
So Margot not only did not walk, he has a bat broken as he comes back and gets the next pitch and makes it out.
2 gone, and here's Will Myers.
Myers had a very good first half last year. Hit close to 290. He had 19 home runs. After the All-Star break, hit 223, 9 home runs was all.
The good news and bad news about Will Myers last year is he grounds it foul up the third base line, 0-1. The good news is that he led the team with a .259 batting average. The bad news is the .259 batting average was the lowest batting average ever to lead the Padres in their 49-year history. Here's the 0-1. He grounds it foul past Glenn Hoffman, third base coach, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, for Myers, moving into first base really kind of paid off. He can save some energy in there. Played 157 games last year to lead that department of San Diego Ball Club.
He's faced Kershaw 25 times, and he is 2 for 23. A walk and hit pitch. Myers takes outside and low, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, top of the third, tied at 1. Kershaw into the wine, and Myers grounds it slowly up the third base line. Foul. And Hervis Solarte is on deck. Dodgers beat the Padres 11 out of 19 last year. They were 14-5 against them in 2015, 12-7 in 2014. You go back to 2011, the Dodgers have beaten the Padres 72 times and lost only 40. Here's the 1-2. Myers fouls it into the dirt.
Myers did a good job. That was a real slow curveball, only 73 miles an hour.
So the Dodgers have feasted on their friends from the South. And of course, they swept the 3-game series to open the year last year. Myers fouls it back to the screen. They didn't just sweep the 3-game series. They annihilated the Padres, winning 15-0 on opening day, 3-0 in Game 2, and 7-0 in Game 3. Padres never did recover from that. They ended up the year at 68-94. The 1-2. Myers fouls it back, continuing to just get a piece of it. The last time somebody other than Clayton Kershaw started for the Dodgers on opening day, to go back to 2010, Vicente Padilla. Here's the 1-2. Myers takes call, strike 3, and that will end the inning. 8 in a row retired by Kershaw. That's his 3rd strikeout of the game. After 2.5, Padres and Dodgers 306 this spring. First pitch is a fly ball into left center field where Manuel Margot takes charge, makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 3rd.
AM/PM. It's the official convenience store of the Dodgers. AM/PM, too much good stuff.
And here's Corey Seager, Rookie of the Year in 157 games last year, hit .308, 26 home runs, and 72 runs batted in. Seager takes a strike, and it's 0-1. So the keystone combination this year is Seager rips one into left field, and it's going to be caught by Travis Jankowski. Perfectly positioned, 2 out.
Justin Turner.
Opening day filled with so much emotion. The electricity. And for players, I think they're just happy to get pregame ceremonies over with. Have the first pitch thrown, take the first swing, have a ground ball hit to you or a fly ball hit to you, and then kind of settle in and say, okay, now we've got the rest of the season to play. You kind of build up to that opening day, and sometimes it can be overwhelming.
Well, after 38 dress rehearsals, it's time to go out and play on center stage. Justin Turner takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Turner, of course, the career year last year. 27 home runs, 90 runs batted in. Takes low and inside. 1-1, 2 out. From 2012 through 2015, with the Mets and Dodgers, in 415 games, Justin Turner hit 27 home runs. Last year alone, in 151 games, he hit 27. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Turner. 2 out, nobody on. Bottom of the 3rd, tied at 1. The 1-2 on the way. Fly ball, left field, well hit. Jankowski can't get it. It bounces at the base of the wall, and Turner will arrive at second base with a double.
Justin Turner last year changed the swing path a little bit. Changed the swing path to have a slight uppercut. He wanted to hit fly balls. Now, if you don't have power, fly balls is something that you don't necessarily want to be hitting. Well, Justin Turner has some power, including the power on that slider right there to double off the bottom of the wall.
He hit 27 home runs in the previous 4 years, heading into last year when he hit the 27 with that swing adjustment. Adrian Gonzalez with Turner at second base, the lead run in the bottom half of the third, tied at 1. Gonzalez, a ground rule double in his first at-bat. Adrian last year in 156 games, 18 home runs, 90 runs batted in, and hit .285. And the pitch is low and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Gonzalez, just a model of consistency throughout his career. The 1-0. Low and outside, blocked by Austin Hedges. And it's 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, Gonzalez is saying he was... Well, they're going to put him aboard, I believe.
Hit by a pitcher, catcher's interference.
Yeah, either one, and home plate umpire just motioned to go to first base. You know, that's the other thing, too. They got this rule change where they know on the field if they're going to walk someone. Or is that just, hey, look, we're behind in the count, 2-0, so let's put the runner at first base. Now we have a force at either first, second, or third.
First and second, 2 out. And Forsythe, who began his career with the Padres, with a chance to give the Dodgers a lead. Takes a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. So have we determined that was an intentional walk?
No, that's the other part, too, is that they're going to have to be able to announce it on exactly what they are going to do, or at least announce it, the official score upstairs.
No balls and a strike. Forsythe takes low and outside, 1-1. Forsythe, a single in his first at-bat, coming off a .340 spring. Turner leads from second, Gonzalez from first. Tied at 1, 2 out, 2 on in the bottom half of the third. Chassin set, about chest high, and the pitch is inside and low, 2-1. Forsythe just gets hit by a pitch. And that will load the bases for Jock Peterson.
Jock Peterson.
Now, pitching coach Darren Balsley is going to go out and try to settle down Jolie Chassin. Bases are loaded, 2 out. Peterson attacked fly in his first plate appearance. Just got under one and narrowly missed a home run. Jock, 25 home runs and 68 runs batted in last year. 51 of his 100 base hits, extra bases. 26 doubles, 25 home runs. Bases are loaded, 2 out. Tied at 1. Bottom of the third. Peterson takes a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Grandal on deck. The 0-1 from Chassin. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chassin laboring here in the third. Turner, Gonzalez, and Forsythe, the runners. Peterson takes high and away. 2 balls and a strike.
And for those keeping score, Gonzalez indeed was walked after they fell behind 2-0. They just put him aboard intentionally. which only takes a gesture right now.
Here's a 2-1. High and away, 3-1.
Here's a hitter's dream. Bases are loaded. There's nowhere to put you. You know that you're going to get a strike. Everything that pitcher is about is going to throw one. Now be selected. Don't swing at the borderline pitch.
3 balls, 1 strike. Bases loaded, 2 out. A 1-1 tie, bottom of the third. Chacin steps off the rubber. Peterson steps out of the box. On 3-1, Chacin set. Here's the pitch. Fly ball deep down the right field line. Hooking. Gone! A home run! Just inside the foul pole. A line drive, grand slam, home run for Jock Peterson. And the Dodgers take a 5-1 lead.
Chacin tried to come inside on Jock Peterson. Peterson pulled the right hand in, got the barrel of the bat through, and the grand slam. And that trip around the diamond, sponsored by Daniels Jewelers. For every Dodger home run hit this month, Daniels Jewelers donates $1,000 of jewelry to charities like A Place Called Home for their fundraising auctions. Daniels Jewelers, making diamond dreams come true since 1948.
Yasmani Grandal is the hitter. He fouls it into the dirt, and it's 0-1.
I said it's a hitter's dream. Get the pitch you want, and if you get it, power it. And that's exactly what Jock Peterson did. He's knocked in all 5.
So Peterson 5, Padres 1. 4 in the bottom of the third. Grandal takes inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Grandal with a fly ball deep down the right field line. And it is gone. Back-to-back home runs. A grand slam for Peterson. A solo blast for Grandal, who hit 27 of them last year. The Dodgers have exploded for 5 here in the third and lead 6-1.
Well, for Peterson, his second career grand slam, Yasmani Grandal hits one out, and that trip around the diamond. Also sponsored by Daniels Jewelers. And for every Dodger home run hit this month, Daniels Jewelers donates $1,000 of jewelry to charities like A Place Called Home for their fundraising auctions. Daniels Jewelers, making diamond dreams come true since 1948.
Well, the Dodgers crushed the Padres 15-0 in the season opener last year. Now have a 6-1 lead, 2 out in the bottom half of the third. Yasiel Puig stepping up. Puig takes outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Nothing doing in the Padre bullpen. 6 runs, 5 hits for the Dodgers. Puig. That's a fly ball to left field. In play for Jankowski. Travis Jankowski makes the catch, and that will end the inning. With 2 out, nobody on. Turner doubled. Gonzalez walked. Forsythe hit by a pitch. Peterson a grand slam, followed by a solo shot for Yasmani Grandal. We'll go to the fourth. Lead to work with as we begin the top half of the fourth. Yangervis Solarte, the only hit for the Padres to this point, leads it off and takes a strike. It's 0-1. Dodgers living large, a 5-run lead with Kershaw going on opening day. The ball inside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
So you're kind of alluding to the fact you would think that normally you'd like your chances here.
You may be onto something.
In baseball, you don't know. The Giants, by the way, they got their bullpen situation figured out yesterday. Not.
Oof. Here's a 1-1 outside. And low 2-1 to Solarte. Join the most rewarding players club around and get this month's free gift. only at Valley View Casino and Hotel, San Diego's favorite casino. Solarte grounds it foul to the left, and it's 2-2. Blown save and a loss in the ninth. Killed the Giants' chances last year.
Well, they got the new closer, Melanson. I figure he will settle down, but not yesterday.
Here's a 2-2. Solarte swings and misses, down on strikes. 9 in a row now retired by Kershaw. That's his 4th strikeout of the game and the first out of the 4th. Hunter Renfroe coming up. Renfroe fouled to Grandal in his first at-bat.
Well, they like this young man, too. AAA 30 home runs last year. And they got the September call-up, and he didn't disappoint them either.
Ball inside and low, 1 ball and no strikes.
Played 11 games in the September call-up. Well, the season ended, hit 4 home runs and knocked in 14.
Had 13 hits, 4 homers and 3 doubles. Renfroe takes inside, 2 balls and no strikes. This after hitting .306 with 30 home runs and 105 runs batted in at AAA El Paso.
And he was the Pacific Coast League most valuable player last year.
First round pick of the Padres in 2013, so that's why they call it a
cough button.
Yeah, that.
That. Sometimes you just cannot get to them rapidly enough.
Just not fast enough, you know.
So you lost a step.
The twitch reflex muscles ain't what they used to be. Do I cough? Do I go for the button? And I didn't either. Here's a 2-1 and a ground ball to short. A couple of steps to his left. Seager picks it up, throws low again. This time Gonzalez is able to pick it out of the dirt. There's 2 out. A throwing error by Seager in the first inning that handcuffed Gonzalez.
He did not get up on top of that throw. He kind of didn't side about a 3/4 release point. Yeah, that ball was sinking.
Now Ryan Schimpf coming up, left-handed hitter, and he pops it up. To the left side, shedding the mask is Grandal, and near the on-deck circle, the Dodger on-deck circle, he makes the catch. That ends the inning, 11 in a row, now retired by Clayton Kershaw after 3.5 in right field into the stands. Chacín's first pitch is a call strike, and it's 0-1. Kershaw, of course, his 7th consecutive opening day start. Padres have not been quite as consistent, to be charitable. Chacín delivers a strike, 0-2. Chacín is the 5th different opening day starter for the Padres in the last 5 years. The 0-2 ground ball base hit past the third baseman Schimpf into short left. Kershaw holds it first. A leadoff single for Clayton Kershaw in the bottom of the 4th. Schimpf was playing well off the line, and Kershaw found the vacancy. You got Chacín starting today. Last year, Tyson Ross. Year before, James Shields. 2014, Andrew Kashner. And in 2013, Edinson Volquez. So Kershaw's at first. The leadoff single here in the 4th. Tolles has been swinging early in the count. Takes this one away, 1 ball and no strikes.
Chacín, it really does not have the command. You look at the last couple of innings. That last pitch, I think, kind of represents. They were trying to come inside. They got the shift on, 3 men to the right side of the infield. But that pitch was a foot outside.
1 ball, no strikes. Kershaw the short lead. And a ground ball up the middle into center field for a base hit. Kershaw will hold at second. They had the shift on for the left-handed hitting Tolles, and he split the seam.
That's a tough situation, at least in my opinion, to have to shift on. You get a leadoff hitter that Tolles, quite frankly, from what we've seen, is not what you would label as just a dynamic pull hitter. He has the speed, so you're running one man to the left side of the infield. He's on the grass. You don't have much versatility as far as a stopgap for a defensive player to the left side with that shift.
Now here is Corey Seager, fly to left in his first at-bat. First and second, nobody out. 6-1 Dodgers. Way outside and high. 1 ball and no strikes. Still nothing doing in the Padre bullpen. Somewhat surprised that there isn't. Well, then again, we don't get a vote up there.
They're listening, and somebody just picked up a glove.
Okay. Here's the 1-0. A strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Corey Seager. Seager last year, .295 with runners in scoring position.
Jared Cosart begins to loosen up, right-hander.
1-1, Seager. Nubs one up the first baseline, hooks foul. 1-2.
Well, you've been listening, you've heard this before, and you're going to hear it again this year, a lot, hopefully, because every Dodger home run hit this month, the Daniels Jewelers donates $1,000 of jewelry to charities like A Place Called Home for their fundraising auctions. Daniels Jewelers, making diamond dreams come true since 1948.
Seager, of course, missed almost 3 weeks in spring. First, they said it was a back, and then they kind of said, well, it's a bit of an oblique. But whatever it is, he's fine now. 0 for 2 this afternoon. Bounced to third and fly to left. Kershaw's at second. Tolles at first. Nobody out. A 6-1 Dodger lead. We're in the bottom half of the fourth. Now Seager steps out of the batter's box for a moment. Now he's back in. 1-2. Seager takes a call. Strike 3. Outside corner at the knees. Second strikeout for Chacin. It's the first out of the bottom of the fourth.
Justin Turner.
Justin Turner coming up. Turner doubled with 2 out and nobody on in the third inning. And after that, Gonzalez walked. Forsythe hit by a pitch. A Peterson grand slam, followed by a solo shot for Grandal. Dodgers 6-1. Turner 27 home runs last year. Takes low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Turner throughout his career, even before he started posting the big numbers last year, has always been a great clutch hitter. 1 ball, no strikes. Takes low and outside, 2-0.
What Breeze was talking about before is picked up as nothing really earth-shattering. Just when we talk about it, it kind of gives away. But initially in the first inning, he was going out towards right center field. Last couple of moments, he was going to left center. Now it's out to right center again. So he's kind of swirling around.
Turner hit .325 last year with runners in scoring position. Here's a 2-0. Inside and low, 3 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, there's some hitters in ball clubs you look at and say, we don't want this guy at home plate with runners on base. Turner was very good at that, as was the man on deck, Adrian Gonzalez.
On 3-0, here's the pitch. Turner lines one fair up the third base line, rolling off the sidewall. Kershaw comes in to score. And so does Kershaw scores. Tolles arrives at third base. It is now 7-1.
So we talk about Turner with runners in scoring position, and he gets a fastball up out over the plate. Hits it down the left field line, hit right on the outside part of the foul line.
If it rolls into the corner, a couple of runs come in. It would hit off the sidewall, and so Jankowski was able to limit the damage. So Tolles is at third base. Turner is at second.
Well, umpire's going to have a conference, and it's going to be, was that ball fair or was it foul? And they're going to look at it. That's one of the areas you can do. You can ask for a review if the ball was a fair or foul ball. The umpire was right on it. There should have been some type of a indentation, or at least a scuff mark at the very least of the foul line if the ball got part of the foul line.
Third base umpire David Rackley.
Oh, that ball hit right at Rackley's feet. I mean, he's looking down. He's 3 feet away. Now, did it hit part of the foul line? What we're seeing, the instant it hit the ground, majority of the baseball was in foul territory. But did it hit the line after the ball went past Rackley? He continued to look at the foul line. Evidently, he saw evidence that it was there. This is interesting, too, Charlie, because if an umpire sees something on the foul line, regardless of what the review is of the videotape, would it not be imperative to look at damage done to the foul line if the ball indeed hit it?
Well, they're trying to speed up the process of the replay. Padres are making the challenge.
And again, Rackley, as he was making the call, was still looking at the ball, where the ball hit, and it was only 3 feet from his feet at the time. Yes, he was getting out of the way. So talk about being right on top of the play itself as it hit the ground. He was there.
Fair ball. Ball stands. Run stays, and the Dodgers lead 7-1.
I have to feel as if for an umpire, regardless of Andy Green's going to come out with a pitching change, but an umpire kind of supporting, you have to feel good about the fact that you get a review and say, I was right when I called it and when I saw it.
Well, Andy Green's going to come out. He's going to make a pitching change. Brought to you by In-N-Out Burger. There's fresh and there's In-N-Out Burger Fresh. Always the highest quality ingredients, always made to order, never compromised. At In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger is all about. Why not stop in after the game?
You're not a professional automotive reviewer, but if you were, chances are you'd be pretty impressed with the
Interesting stories of this young season has just entered the game. Christian Bethencourt, who is the 8th man in the bullpen for manager Andy Green. He's also a backup catcher and a backup outfielder. And so Bethencourt, well, talk about being the long man in relief. Chacin goes 3 1/3, gives up 7 runs and 8 hits. And the 2 runners on board, Tolles at third and Turner at second, are Chacin's statistical responsibility. Padres have used Bethencourt in the past in blowouts, like in the 8th or 9th innings. Well, here's his first pitch. Inside and low. Gets past Hedges. Coming home to score is Andrew Tolles. They kicked off the backstop. And now Bethencourt on the play at the plate is down and injured. A wild pitch. Tolles comes in to score. And Bethencourt is flat on his back.
Well, both Bethencourt and Tolles arrived at home plate at the same time, but for Tolles, it's kind of a safety issue. He was sliding. Bethencourt, they're looking at the right knee. And finally straighten it out. Trainer just kind of moving around. Right now he's moving the kneecap. But Bethencourt, you can tell he's in discomfort.
They're looking at the right knee. Tolles, of course, has great speed. Hedges did a terrific job to get the rebound off the backstop. Tolles would beat the throw and the tag.
Well, Bethencourt came in and he was sliding really on his right knee to get to home plate and get the backhanded throw from his catcher. And that's where the feet of Andrew Tolles were going, right to the top of the knee. And for Bethencourt, he was spiked.
Right on the kneecap.
Right on the kneecap, a couple of different places where the spikes of Tolles, and Andrew Tolles was not going after Bethencourt to try and spike him. Both runners were there at the same time. Bethencourt's knee, and for Tolles, his foot.
So Bethencourt is walking slowly back out to the mound. And again, backup catcher, backup outfielder, good arm. And on the first pitch he throws of the season, a wild pitch, Tolles comes in to score, and he spikes Bethencourt on the knee.
Bethencourt came in, looked like a breaking ball, and it was way inside to Adrian Gonzalez, got away from Hedges, the catcher. And Tolles could not really tell immediately how far that ball went away from the catcher. Got a late start from third.
So that run goes against Chassin. Chassin leads the game at the moment with an earned run average of 21.80. And Bethencourt enters the game, and he's got a wounded knee. Infield remains in. Turner is at third. Gonzalez is the hitter. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Two in here in the bottom half of the fourth. Bethencourt set and the pitch. Gonzalez takes inside. Bethencourt can get it up there in a hurry. That was at 95 miles an hour.
Yeah, February 17th, this spring, was the first time they had an official bullpen session. They went 25 pitches, and the Padres were impressed.
The 2-0 in the dirt. It gets past Hedges, and in to score is Turner. Third run of the inning. It is now 9-1. Getting it up there in a hurry is not the issue. Getting from point A to point B is.
And this ball was way inside. Gonzalez stands a long way from home plate anyway, and that ball almost hit him inside below the knee.
On 3-0, Gonzalez taking all the way a strike, 3-1.
Well, that's one way to start. Come into a game and start with a clean slate.
Three and one. Gonzalez takes outside, ball 4. Now Logan Forsythe coming up. Well, close the books on Jolie Chassin. And not a moment too soon for the beleaguered right-hander. 3 1/3, 9 runs, 8 hits, and an earned run average of 24.30. The odds are it can only get better. Now Forsythe takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Dodgers won the season opener in San Diego last year 15-0. They've got a 9-1 lead here in the bottom of the fourth, and a fly ball to right field. Renfroe heading back. He'll make the catch, and that will be the second out at long last of the fourth. Dodgers were retired in order in the first. Sent 6 batters to the plate in the second, 8 in the third, and this will be the 7th batter of the fourth inning. 9 runs, 8 hits for the Dodgers, 1 run and 1 hit for the Padres. Here's Jock Peterson, who has knocked in 5 of the 9 runs, including the grand slam back in the third. He takes inside, 1 ball and no strikes. It was a season of lost causes for the Padres last year. And there's a fly ball to left. Heading on back is Jankowski in front of the out-of-town scoreboard. He makes the catch, and that will end the inning. Dodgers tack on 3 more and lead it 9-1 as we head to the 5th.
AM 570. 570. LA Sports.
Hedges leads off for the Padres as we begin the 5th. Hedges flied to left in his first at-bat and takes a strike. It's 0-1. Yeah, we mentioned earlier in the broadcast, dating back to 2011. Dodgers are 72-40 against the Padres. Kershaw, big, slow, devastating breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-2. Now, these are teams that they should be fattening up on. And they did. Here's the 0-2. Under the D's, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Dodgers were 11-8 against the Padres last year, 12-7 against Arizona and Colorado. Breaking ball, call strike 3. The Lord High executioner, Lord Charles, makes a call. That's a 5th strikeout of the game. For Kershaw, he's retired 12 batters in a row. Now Eric Ibar takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Ibar, a strikeout victim in his first at-bat, takes low, and it's 0-1. Christian Bethancourt is in the on-deck circle, where he will bat for himself. And a ground ball to third, picked up by Turner. Plays catch with Gonzalez at the receiving end. There's 2 out. Check out the 2017 Chevy Silverado at your local SoCal Chevy dealer today. Chevrolet, the most awarded car company 3 years in a row. Chevrolet, 5 new roads. And here's Bethancourt. Christian Bethancourt drills one deep down the left field line and hooks foul. That had home run distance and power. And it's 0-1.
Bethancourt, his 2 mainstays really in his major league career have been defense and able to throw. The offensive part was not really the strong point.
Came up in the Braves organization. He swings and misses, 0-2. In San Diego last year, he had 228. A career 223 hitter who can throw 95. That's why he's pitching more. Here's the 0-2. Call strike 3, outside corner. 14 in a row retired by Kershaw. 6 strikeouts in the game. Yasmani Grandal leads off for the Dodgers as we go to the bottom half of the 5th. Grandal, Puig, and Kershaw. Clayton has been spot on. 6 strikeouts, no walks. He's retired 14 batters in a row. Grandal, a home run and a strikeout. Lines one to left field, but right at Travis Jankowski. That's the first out of the 5th.
Well, that's a good swing right there. That ball up, out over the plate. Yasmani stayed right on top of it.
Yasiel Puig, an intentional walk in his first at-bat. 9 runs, 8 hits for the Dodgers. 1 run and 1 hit for the Padres. Puig fouls it back. It's 0-1. Children's Hospital Los Angeles is committed to getting more kids home safely. They've donated a car seat to Helen Oriana of Los Angeles to get Daniel home safely. Learn more about Children's Hospital Los Angeles. Visit chla.org. And a line drive base hit up the third base line. Rolls off the sidewall. Puig is on his way to second base, and he will arrive with a stand-up double.
Well, here's a guy in the Dodger lineup that they need to get going. As we talked about in spring training, he'd have that new swing, the new approach, and it would be working. This is a slider inside. But sometimes Yasiel would get lost and resort back to the other swing, which was kind of a swing over the left shoulder. You pull off the ball. If he can dial it in, boy, is he going to be a big man in the lineup, and Dave Roberts just moved him down to the 8th spot to open up the season today.
Puig with 14 doubles all of last year. He's at second base with 1 out. And Kershaw takes a strike. It's 0-1. Tolles on deck. Padres with an unearned run in the first inning, and they've done nothing since. Kershaw, big rip, fouls it back. 0-2.
Well, it's a chance to remind you can celebrate the greatness of Fernando Mania. On Wednesday, the Dodgers take on the Padres at 7:10. The first 40,000 fans in attendance get a replica Fernando Valenzuela jersey presented by Bank of America. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Kershaw, the Dodgers' number 9 hitter, is third at bat already and is just 1 out of the bottom of the 4th. As he takes inside and low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. On 1-2 with Puig leading off second base, Kershaw takes high and away, and it's 2-2.
Well, what a gorgeous day for opening day. My goodness.
Some puffy white clouds overhead. A 68-degree game time temperature. Kershaw takes outside. It's now 3-2.
San Gabriel Mountains evidently did not know it's opening day because can't see him today. Because of the haze.
Well, like the rest of L.A., they took the day off. Here's a 3-2. Kershaw fouls it off to the left and out of play.
Yeah, today was a day of, you tell the boss, long lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And totally understandable. Oh, there's a different flavor in the air on opening day.
3-2 to Kershaw. So they're going to foul off to the left and out of play. Dodgers 9 runs and 9 hits. The Padres 1 run and 1 hit. And Kershaw to this point 6 strikeouts, no walks. On 3-2, Kershaw takes high and away, ball 4. That's the second walk given up by Bethancourt. And Andrew Tolles is coming up.
And now with runners at first and second, they will not have the shift on with Tolles up there as they've been showing so far today.
The Padres have a total of 2 off days between now and May 22nd. And so Bethancourt is going to need as many innings as he can today in what's a blowout. The pop up to the left side of the infield. Third baseman Schimpf makes the catch. Infield fly rule. Tolles is retired. And Seager 0 for 3 stepping in. Seager has bounced to third, flied to left, and taken a call third strike. Bethancourt about to throw his 22nd pitch in the dirt, blocked by Hedges. It was 1 ball, no strikes. Justin Turner on deck. Now the 1-0. Seager fouls it back to the screen, and it's 1-1. The Rookie of the Year. Essentially by acclamation. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 out. Puig is at second. Kershaw is at first. And Seager, the fly ball to center field. That's well hit. Margot going back to the wall. He looks up and it's gone. A 3-run home run for Corey Seager. The route is on. The Dodgers lead it 12-1.
There was concern if Corey Seager was going to be ready with the oblique situation in spring training. Well, he's answered the story. And that trip around the diamond, also sponsored by Daniels Jewelers. And for every Dodger home run hit this month, Daniels Jewelers donates $1,000 of jewelry to charities like A Place Called Home for their fundraising auction. Daniels Jewelers, making diamond dreams come true since 1948.
Now the hitter, Justin Turner, takes a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 15-0 last year in the season opener. It's 12-1 Dodgers with 2 out, 3 in the bottom half of the 5th. Now Turner swings and misses at a 97-mile-an-hour fastball, 1-1. So Bethancourt, by the looks of it, is going to be out there until he quits breathing. Here's the 1-1. Turner takes high and inside. 2-1. So basically, the Padres have 2 off days in almost the next 6 weeks. And Turner gets hit by a pitch, and Bethancourt has no idea where he's throwing.
And when you're throwing 95 as a hitter, you would like them to understand where they're going with the ball.
Miguel Diaz is now warming up in the San Diego bullpen.
Andy Green's coming out. I think he's going to ask the umpires, wait a minute, did that ball actually hit Turner, or was it off of the handle of the bat? But frankly, looking at a replay, it looked like it could have been off the handle of the bat or off the right of the outside of the right bicep.
Just looking at it briefly on a replay, it looks like Andy Green's got a pretty good case.
Well, it's one of those plays. It's difficult to see with the naked eye.
And they're going to send Justin Turner back.
And Turner's not putting up any protest.
Dave Roberts coming out, seeking clarification from Larry Vanover, the crew chief and home plate umpire. Turner's a smart cookie. Not a bad actor either.
No, and that's a tough play for a home plate umpire to be able to discern instantly. I mean, what happened, and it's like no harm, no foul, and we'll do it again. As I tell you what, if you're hit by a pitch that's 95 miles an hour and they tell you to come back and hit again, you're going to have a slight protest. Mm-hmm. At minimum, a slight one.
Do you think my forearm is swelling up on its own? Now it's 2-2, inside and low, 3-2 to Justin Turner. Dodgers 12-1. They were retired in order in the first inning. 1 in the second, 5 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 3 here in the fifth, and Turner fouls it back and out of play. Corey Seager a 3-run home run. Corey had 26 of them last year. Again on 3-2. Turner is 2 for 3, 2 runs scored. And he chops one to short and pass Eric Ibar into left field for a base hit. Turner, 3 hits. He hit .418 in spring.
Ibar playing really to pull, and by the time he went to his left, that last hop may have been a real tricky hop in between.
Dating back the last 10 years, as Andy Green's going to come and make a pitching change. The San Diego Padres have used 29 different players at shortstop, from A to Z. Amarista to Zawadski. And we'll run down the other 27. Hashtag MLB Memory Bank.
Dominican Republic, originally signed by the Brewers international signing. Rios has had some injuries over the first part of his career. 2 years ago, a fractured elbow required surgery. Last year, also spent some time on the disabled list.
Pitched at A-ball last year. 26 appearances and 15 starts. He's facing Adrian Gonzalez. And the first pitch to Gonzalez. Low and inside, gets past Hedges, and goes to the backstop. Yet another wild pitch for Austin Hedges. He has seen better days, and so have the Padres. Logan Forsythe on deck. Dodgers 12-1. 2 out. Turner's at second. We're in the bottom half of the 5th. And Gonzalez, a slow roller to first. Picked up by Myers. Underhanded flip to Diaz, and the inning is over. Dodgers tack on 3 more runs, 3 hits, leave 1. Through 5, they lead the Padres 12-1. It's a second in his first at-bat. Kershaw's first pitch. Swinging a foul back and out of play. It's 0-1. We'll pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Dodgers radio network.
AM 570 KLAC, 98.7 KYSR HD2. The official home of Dodger baseball.
I'm going to do my unreal.
The home of the Dodgers. And a call strike to Jankowski. No balls, 2 strikes. We're beginning the top of the 6th. Dodgers in a cakewalk. It's 12-1. Kershaw on 0-2, about to throw his 66th pitch. Here it comes. And there goes Jankowski, a big slow curve. That was a mismatch. And that's strikeout number 7 for Kershaw, and the first out of the 6th inning.
That curveball, from a hitter's standpoint, you see it up that high and you figure there's no way it can fall off of a cliff fast enough to come down to get the strike zone.
So 1 out, nobody on. Miguel Margot. 0 for 2. Right-handed batter. And he grounds it foul up the third baseline, and it's 0-1. Dodgers with their dozen runs today. They scored at least 12 last year, 8 times. The only team in the majors that has scored more than 12 in a game. The Red Sox did it in the American League. And Margot with a pop-up into short right field. Puig taking charge and making the catch. There's 2 out.
Well, top of the 6th, brought to you by Budweiser. Budweiser, still brewed the hard way. This Bud's for you.
Will Myers is 0 for 2. Got a board on a throwing error by Seager. So Lartes is on deck. Would single home Myers, and Solarte the last batter to get on base against Kershaw, who delivers a strike, and it's 0-1. A knee buckler to Will Myers.
The hook at 71 miles an hour.
7 strikeouts, no walks. Kershaw on 0-1. He's into that rhythm. And Myers trying to break it, calls for time, and steps out of the batter's box. So last year, a fly ball, center field. Peterson going back. And on the warning track and straightaway center, tracks it down, and that ends the inning. 17 in a row retired by Clayton Kershaw. After 5.5, Dodgers 12 and the Padres 1 next day. Download and register on the McDonald's app for details. Logan Forsythe, Jock Peterson, and Yasmani Grandal to hit for the Dodgers as we head to the bottom half of the 6th. Forsythe, singles, been hit by a pitch, fly to right, and has scored a run. Dodgers in a rout. Forsythe takes low and outside, 1 ball and no strikes. 15-0 winners last year down in San Diego on opening day. Forsythe takes outside, 2-0. And they lead it 12-1 as they begin the bottom half of the 6th. The 2-0 is a strike on the outside corner. 2-1 to Logan Forsythe. The 2-1. Foul back to the screen, 2-2. The Major League Baseball family lost a loved one yesterday. Katie Feeney, who has been around the Major League offices seemingly forever, passed away in her sleep unexpectedly. She was 68. The 2-2, grounded foul up the third baseline. She was like Sarah Lee. Nobody didn't like Katie Feeney. She had always had that floppy hat on, and she'd always be around in big national games. And there's a fly ball to center field. Margot is there. Forsythe flies to center to begin the 6th.
A terrific lady. And part of the baseball family. It wasn't like, well, she's in an office. No, she had something to do with the scheduling and postseason play. It was really not officially postseason play unless you saw Katie Feeney somewhere around.
And if teams were angry with Park Avenue, she was the one they would go to, and she wouldn't necessarily make it right, but you feel better about it. And came from a baseball family. Chub Feeney. All of us who knew her for such a long time. That was a real kick in the gut. Jock Peterson is the hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike. And 1 out of the bottom of the 6th. Jock, sac fly in his first plate appearance, a grand slam in his second. Not a bad way to start the season. It was his second career grand slam. He swings and misses at a changeup from Miguel Diaz, and it's 2-2. First opening day grand slam by the Dodgers since Eric Karras. On this day, 17 years ago, April 3rd, up in Montreal. You remember Montreal. And they remember you, not fondly, as Peterson takes a call, 3rd strike. There's 2 out.
Winners are too long, and they dwell too long on certain things that took place. Statute of limitations is come and gone.
Not for everybody, apparently.
Nope.
2 out, and Grandal is coming up. Grandal, after the grand slam by Peterson, back in the 3rd, hit one into the right field bleachers. And he swings and fouls it back, and it's 0-1. That got a piece of home plate umpire Larry Vanover. And so catcher Austin Hedges is going to go out and buy some time. Got Vanover right on the mask. So Hedges goes out, talks to the pitcher. Vanover can regain his senses. Because Bonnie Grandal, 27 home runs last year. Grounds it to first. Myers bobbles, still has time. Underhanded flip to Diaz covering at first. And the Dodgers are retired in order for the first time since the first inning. And by the way, happy birthday to Wally Moon. Of course, he launched the moon shots at the Coliseum. Wally threw out the first pitch along with Tommy Lasorda today. And Solarte takes the ball in the dirt. 1 ball, no strikes. Wally Moon is 87.
It was fun to watch. That short left field with a very high fence at the Coliseum. The Dodgers first moved out. Well, even though a left-handed batter figured out, hey, go inside-out swing. Just pepper that fence or knock it over the fence.
Solarte with a ground ball to second base. Right at Logan Forsythe. Picks it up and throws him out. The last batter to reach base against Kershaw was Solarte. A 1-out single in the first. After that, nothing. It was about 10 years ago. The Dodgers and Red Sox played at the Coliseum in front of a crowd of 115,000 people. Hunter Renfroe is the batter. And he takes inside and low. 1 ball, no strikes. So the Dodgers, after moving out from Brooklyn from 58 through 61, played at the Coliseum. And the 1-0 is on the way. Renfroe fouls it off to the right and now to play 1-1. It wasn't even a fence. It was a giant net that Moon mastered.
Better than trying to hit it out of center field or right center. That was a $2 cab fare even back then.
Low and outside. 2-1.
Wally, by the way, went on after his playing career. He owned a Dodger minor league team for a number of years.
Here's a 2-1. Inside, 3 balls and a strike.
3-time All-Star. One of the nice people, Wally Moon.
He is a gentleman, absolutely. Kershaw on 3-1. There's a strike, 3-2. If Renfroe's trying to work out a walk, he's picking on the wrong guy. Last year, Kershaw, 172 strikeouts and 11 walks. Here's a 3-2. And a fly ball to center field. Drifting back, shading his eyes. Jock Peterson, he's there. Makes the catch for the second out of the 7th.
Well, if your phone or device is always running out of battery life, well, the first 40,000 fans in attendance for tomorrow night's game against the Padres will receive a Dodger phone charger. Presented by Bank of America. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Ryan Schimpf is 0 for 2. Left-handed hitting third baseman. He'll hit him out on occasion, but he's going to strike out a lot. And a fly ball to right field, and he has hit 1 out. Into the Padre bullpen. There goes the shutout. Well, I shouldn't say the shutout. Here's the first earned run given up by Kershaw. It is now 12-2.
It's really strange. Kershaw last year gave up 1 home run to a left-handed batter, and he does it on this opening day. Fastball up, out over the plate. And for Schimpf, put it up and out over the right field fence.
And so it's 12-2. And Kershaw throws a 92-mile-an-hour fastball with some vengeance after giving up the home run. It's a call strike to Austin Hedges. No balls, 1 strike, and 2 out. 2 runs, 2 hits for the Padres. Dodgers, 12 runs and 11 hits. And a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-2. So Schimpf, left-handed hitter out of New Orleans. The 0-2 is outside and low, 1 ball, 2 strikes. In 89 games last year, he hit 20 home runs, knocked in 51 and hit 217, and struck out 105 times. Swung on and missed, strike 3. That will end the inning. 8th strikeout of the game for Kershaw. Gives up his first earned run of the game, a home run to Schimpf. 7th inning stretch, Dodgers 12-2. New catcher for the Padres, making his major league debut, Luis Perez. Stammen came up in the Washington organization and spent last year at the minor league level. Delivers a strike, and it's 0-1. Stammen is 33. He was a non-roster invitee who made the big club. Puig is a hitter. He swings and fouls it back. And it's 0-2. So this Padre team really starting again from scratch. And it's going to be a process. The 0-2. Puig takes inside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chris Hatcher is now going to work in the Dodger bullpen. And Chase Utley in the on-deck circle, and so Kershaw's day is done. Puig fouls it back and out of play. Kershaw in 7 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 8 strikeouts, and no walks. As Puig fouls it into the dirt. 1-2. Well, Clayton Kershaw is what you expected him to be. And he took the Padres milk money and cookies and rather enjoyed himself out there today. Here's the 1-2. Puig takes low and outside. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He's also on base twice, had a base hit, drew a walk, scored a couple of runs.
Just another day at the office. In his 7th consecutive opening day start, Puig takes low, checks his swing, 3-2. 84 pitches, 61 for strikes for Kershaw today. Chris Hatcher is warming up in the bullpen. On 3-2 to Puig, beginning the bottom of the 7th. Outside and low ball 4. Chase Utley stepping into the box. Pinch hitting for Kershaw. Chase had a great spring. 315, 5 home runs, 18 runs batted in. Puig leads from first. Padres have the shift on the right side of the infield. 1 ball, no strikes to Chase Utley. Only Ibar on the left side of the infield. The outfield, though, straight away for Chase Utley. And he lines one down the left field line. And it's caught out there by Travis Jankowski.
Number 60, Andrew Tolles.
Thought about Yasiel Puig. We talked about the swing, and he hit the double. His previous at-bat, 0-1 pitch slider in on his hands, pulled it down the left field line. I think he's to the point now, and he's walked twice. Yes, one of them was intentional. But maybe beginning to have confidence in his new approach and new swing. Now he just has to repeat it.
Andrew Tolles takes a strike. That is 0-1. Tolles is 1 for 4 and a run scored. Every Dodger has at least a hit today. Peterson, grand slam, and knocked in 5. 12-2. And Tolles fouls it off to the left. Count holds it, no balls and 2 strikes to Andrew Tolles. Back with you tomorrow, the Morongo pregame at 6. First pitch at 7:10. Kenta Maeda and Clayton Richard. Now the 0-2 to Tolles with Puig leading from first. In the dirt, check swing for Tolles. 1-2. Follow Dodger Baseball live with the MLB.com at-bat mobile app. Stay connected to the game's best players all season long with game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcast, stats, news, and more. Download MLB.com at-bat today. It's your #1 app for live baseball. Now the 1-2. Tolles has to jump out of the way. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Corey Seager is on deck. Stammen leading over to get the sign. He's got it now. Set at the chest. Puig leads off first. Tolles fouls it back. So they've got the shift on. Will Myers about 5 or 6 feet off the line, playing behind Puig. But at 12-2, he dare not run. Baseball protocol. Here's the 2-2. Tolles lines up, base hit into right field. Puig will hold at second base. Hunter Renfroe getting it back in a hurry. Puig was almost tagged out. And so for Tolles, he's 2 for 5 today. Seager coming up. 1 for 4, including a 3-run home run.
No, we saw Dave Roberts move Andrew Tolles in the leadoff spot. One of the games against the Angels. In fact, the final game on Saturday night here. And then on the pregame show, just talking with Dave in his office, look, we're going to move him to the top. We're going to pick and choose who we're going to do it with, but he moved in the leadoff spot against the right-hander today.
Now Seager fouls it back, 0-1. He likes Forsythe batting 5th. And that Forsythe can work in at bat pretty well.
And I think if you look at his Dodger lineup today, Tolles, Seager, Turner, Gonzalez, Forsythe, Peterson, Grandal, Puig, there is not an easy out in there. And Davis, look at the bottom of the lineup. And even Puig batting 8th, that puts another dimension as far as the thinking in the other dugout.
Seager takes low. You could do worse than having Yasiel Puig bat 8th. But in an optimum situation, you'd love to have Puig in the middle of the lineup.
Well, up to the swing of Yasiel Puig if he is elevated in the lineup.
1 ball and 1 strike. Seager swings and fouls it off, and is 1-2. Sandy Koufax was in Dave's office before the game today. And the subject of Puig came up and what a pitcher was thinking about facing the number 8 hitter in the lineup. Here's the 1-2. Seager takes inside and low 2-2. Said in the old days, the number 8 hitter was generally the second worst hitter in the lineup. But if you got a guy like Puig batting 8, and then the pitcher coming up next, that makes the opposing pitcher's burden all the more difficult. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball, right side base hit. Puig rounding third, and he will be held there. And now Andrew Toles is on his way to third base. That leaves Puig high and dry between third and home. Puig slips and falls, and now he's going to be tagged out by Myers. A base running mistake by Andrew Toles. Left Puig out in the dust. Toles ends up at third. Seager goes to second on the play. And now there's 2 out.
Well, Toles undoubtedly thinking, well, a base hit and the run will score. But you're not going to be taking any chances, especially a lopsided game. You come around the bag, you need to pick up the third base coach. And something that Andrew Toles did not do. It's never a good thing to have 2 runners standing in the same base at the same time.
So caught in the rundown is Puig. Can't pin the wrap on that on him. Justin Turner, second and third, 2 out. Takes a call strike and is 0-1. Again at 12-2, Woodward had an emphatic stop sign, which was honored by Puig, but Toles kept running. So it's second and third, 2 out. And a looper into short center field is going to be caught out there by Miguel Margot, and that will end the inning. From their first win of the year. The rundown play, which got Puig caught, went 9-3, 2-5-3. Eric Ibar leading it off for the Padres in the top of the 8th. Swings and misses, and it's 0-2. We mentioned earlier that shortstop has been a very difficult position for the Padres to fill over the years. Practically impossible. Since 2006, they have used 29 different shortstops. And we'll run down some of the names, see if you can remember them all. I'm not sure even devoted Padre fans can. Here's the 0-2. Ibar fouls it back. We've got Everett Cabrera and Khalil Green, Alexi Amarisa, Jason Bartlett, Alexi Ramirez, Clint Barmas, Luis Rodriguez, Jerry Hairston Jr., Jeff Blum, Miguel Tejada, Ronnie Cedeno, Luis Sardinas, Alberto Gonzalez, Andy Perino, Jed Jerko. The 0-2 is inside and low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chris Burke, Pedro Siriaco, Logan Forsythe, Sean Kazmar, Adam Rosales, Josh Wilson, Manny Alexander, Will Middlebrooks, Jose Rondon, Nick Noonan, Calix Crabb, Edgar Gonzalez. Here's the 1-2. Little bloop into short right. Retreating near the line is Adrian Gonzalez to make the catch. First out of the 8th. Janhervis Solardi and Lance Zawatsky. So they've had shortstops that go from A to Z. and Marista and Ibar to Zawadzki. 29 shortstops have been used by the Padres since 2006. Can't make that stuff up. Now Luis Torrens making his major league debut, his first at-bat. Young catcher. 1 out, nobody on, top of the 8th. Dodgers 12-2. Hatcher deals. And Torrens, comebacker, fielded by Hatcher. Underhanded flip to Gonzalez. Quickly 2 out, nobody on. The top of the 8th is brought to you by In-N-Out Burger. No freezers, no microwaves, no heat lamps ever at In-N-Out Burger. When it comes to burgers, fries, and shakes, always fresh is the only way. Why not stop in after the game? Two out and Travis Jankowski coming up. He's 0 for 2. Dodgers 12-2. They've out-hit the Padres 13-2. Swinging a foul off to the left. 0-1 to the speedy Travis Jankowski. So Kershaw, another spectacular opening day effort. 1 earned run, 2 hits in 7 innings. His career opening day ERA is .99. Ball upstairs and outside. 1-1 to Jankowski. As you might imagine, that is the lowest opening day ERA all time by any pitcher with at least 6 opening day starts. And a looping line drive into center field for a base hit. Drops in front of Jock Peterson, who had to stop short, or he really would have been in no man's land. We just get so spoiled by Kershaw. Things he does, the numbers he posts. And another great outing. Manuel Margot coming up. There's a fly ball to right center field. A long run for Tweed. 1 hop off the wall. Rounding third, heading home is Jankowski. He will make it. Big overthrow, but Hatcher to back up. Jankowski comes in to score. Margot's at second base. It is now 12-3.
Fastball. They got really a big part of the outside half of the plate. Margot, again, that September call-up from last year, contact hitter. Hit that ball very hard.
It's 12-3, and Will Myers coming up. Myers 0 for 3. Got a board on a throwing error by Corey Seager back in the first inning. And would come around to score on a Solarte base hit. Myers takes low and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Of course, the Padres, as a team last year, hit .235. Dead last in the National League. And Myers swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Myers led the team with a .259 batting average, which was the lowest batting average to ever lead the Padres in a season. Will Myers pops it up. Left side. Foul territory. Crandall runs out of room. A sold-out house of 53,701 today. And the attendance presented by Bank of America. Make this season unforgettable. Bank of America's MLB Memory Bank is all about celebrating the moments that bring fans together. Share your Dodger memories by using the hashtag MLB Memory Bank. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, a run in, 8th inning. Dodgers with a comfortable 12-3 lead. Hatcher on 1 and 2. Myers takes inside and low, blocked by Grandal.
A couple of fans were not ready for that last foul ball. A couple of rows behind the Dodgers' third base dugout. They need some more spring training. They had 2 gloves, and it was an error. They need a couple more exhibition games.
2 and 2. Myers awaits. Here's the pitch. High, ball 3. Well, after Ibar and Terens each made infield outs, Jankowski a bloop single, a Margot double, and the count is full. 2 out in the top of the 8th. For Hatcher, this will be his 18th pitch. Now he steps off the rubber. Game 2 tomorrow night. And now Hatcher taking too much time out there, and Myers steps out of the batter's box. Now he's back in. Taps the plate a couple of times with his bat. Takes a couple of phantom swings. And Hatcher is taking all sorts of time. The 3-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. And that will end the inning. A slider. And Myers was way out in front. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 left after 7.5. He's taken over at shortstop.
Yeah, they used 9 last year.
You know, we remember how long it took Maury Wills to take over at shortstop for the Dodgers. 8.5 years in the minor leagues, waiting for Pee Wee to finally retire. Scott Van Slyke is going to bat for the Dodgers for Adrian Gonzalez. Here in the bottom of the 8th, leading 12-3. Adrian doubled, walked twice, scored 2 today. And Van Slyke with a fly ball to center field. Margot is there, and he'll make the catch. That's the first out of the 8th. Toyota's One for Everyone sales event is going on now. It's the perfect time to get low financing and great lease offers on every car, truck, or SUV. See your Southern California Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. Logan Forsythe coming up in his Dodger debut. 1 for 3. Hit by a pitch and a run scored. Nearly gets hit by a pitch. In fact, he got hit by a pitch on the leg. Tried to jump rope out of the way and couldn't. Every Dodger hitter has a hit and a run scored today.
The Padres have 3 wild pitches, 2 hit batters.
So Forsythe at first. And Franklin Gutierrez is going to pinch hit for Jock Peterson. Peterson, a sac fly and a grand slam today, has knocked in 5 of the 12 Dodger runs. So here's Gutierrez. Who swings and fouls it back, and it's 0-1. Of course, the Dodgers had all sorts of difficulties last year hitting against left-handed pitching. Hitting just .214. That was by far the lowest batting average against lefties in baseball last year. So Gutierrez is brought aboard because he can hit lefties. No balls and a strike. Forsythe leads off first, and Gutierrez swings and misses, and it's 0-2. Kenta Maeda and Clayton Richard tomorrow night, game 2. Pre-game at 6, first pitch 7:10. Gutierrez swings and misses. Late on a 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Down on strikes. Jose Torres, first time we've had a look at him.
Yeah, he came over in that deal with the A's when Shemsky and Yonder Alonso went to the A's. He can rush it up there.
Two out. And Grandal, the switch hitter, batting for the right side. Takes the ball outside. 1 ball, no strikes. And there's a drive deep down the left field line. That one's on its way, and it's gone. A home run. A 2-run home run for Yasmani Grandal into the Dodger bullpen. It is now 14-3. And for Grandal, his second home run of the day.
Have a good day. It's also a good day for Daniel's Jewelers. That trip around the diamond, sponsored by our good folks at Daniel's Jewelers. Every Dodger home run hit this month. Daniel's Jewelers donates $1,000 of jewelry to charities like A Place Called Home for their fundraising auctions. Daniel's Jewelers, making diamond dreams come true since 1948.
So Grandal, 2 home runs, 3 knocked in. Jock Peterson, a grand slam and 5 runs batted in. Dodgers 15-0 winners on opening day last year, lead it 14-3. With 2 out in the bottom of the 8th in Game 1 of the 2017 season. Yasiel Puig is the hitter. Puig's walked twice. Takes high and inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. He's doubled and scored a run as well. 14 runs and 14 hits. The 1-1. There's a strike on the outside corner. 1-2. Grandal hit 20 of his 27 home runs here at Dodger Stadium last year. And as you know, it's not an easy park in which to hit home runs. But he's hit 2 today. And then you throw into the mix. Puig swings and misses, has been struck out. A 3-run home run for Seager. Dodgers have flexed their muscles and are beating up on the Padres 14-3. Noon 6-3. 3 years ago. And the ball inside and low. 1 ball, no strikes to Yangervis Solarte. Hatcher on to finish it up. Kershaw was Kershaw. 14 runs and 14 hits for the Dodgers. 4 home runs, a grand slam for Jock Peterson, a 3-run shot for Seager, 2 home runs for Yasmani Grandal. Solarte swings and fouls it off to the left. Switch hitter batting for the left side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dodgers, including today, I guess we could probably start including today, since 2011 are 73-40 against the Padres. Solarte fouls it to the left side, and it's going to be Justin Turner about halfway between home and third base in foul territory, corralling it, first out of the 9th.
Fielder 10, Hunter Renfroe.
Last year, of course, the Dodgers were 91-71. 10 over 500 against Western Division rivals. 11-8 against the Pods. 12-7 against Arizona and Colorado. The Giants won 11 of the 19 meetings against the Dodgers. Now Hunter Renfroe 0 for 3. With a fly ball to left. That's well hit. And it's going to be caught at the wall by Franklin Gutierrez for the second out of the ninth. This will be the Dodgers' 7th consecutive opening day win. Orioles won today. The Orioles have won 7 straight opening day games. The 7 straight opening day victories for the Dodgers is the longest in franchise history. East Coast or West. 2 out, and Ryan Schimpf is the last out and the last chance for San Diego. Did hit a home run in the 7th inning. But he takes a strike, 0-1. Kershaw gave up that home run. Clayton gave up 8 home runs last year in his 21 starts. Hatcher misses low, and it's 1-1 with 2 out in the 9th. Well, this is a day that couldn't have gone any better for the Dodgers. The 1-1, and Schimpf, the ground ball slowly hit to short. There'll be no play. Kike Hernandez with a shift on the right side of the infield. It only fell on the left side, and there was so much spin, it wasn't hit terribly hard. And Schimpf has a 2-out infield hit. Hector Sanchez, one-time Giant, is going to pinch hit here. With 2 out in the top of the 9th, and the Dodgers 14-3. Sanchez takes high, 1 ball and no strikes. Boy, if the Dodgers could open the season every year with the Padres. Again, 73-40 against San Diego since 2011. Here's the 1-0. Sanchez rips it foul up the first base line. And it is 1 ball, 1 strike.
11-8 against the Padres last year. Of course, the Dodgers against the West, as you mentioned, they were 10 over the 500 mark, 43-33. They were better than 500 against all divisions. 19-13 against the East, 19-15 against the Central, right at 500 against American League teams.
Up high to Sanchez, 2-1.
But, let's just call it like it is. The Padres, the second youngest team in baseball, only by a few days. Are they older than the Cincinnati Reds? This is a team in transition, no question about it. San Diego, the Dodgers are like to have better than what they did last year, 11-8.
The 2-1 is a strike at the knees, a fastball, and the Dodgers are 1 strike away. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 9th inning. And the pitch is high, 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out. What's left of the crowd of better than 53 watching. And a pop-up, left side, foul territory. Turner's there, he's got it. And the Dodgers have won their 7th consecutive opening day game. And today it was a rout of the San Diego Padres, 14-3. We'll be back with the line score in the postgame right after this.
Online at AM570LAsports.com. This is LA's best sports talk.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? Is it a cool breeze on a scorching day or a cozy corner on a cold night? But every room of the house is as inviting as the next, and the air is fresh and clean for everyone. At Carrier, Comfort means more than just the temperature, and the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable, however you define it. Carrier, turn to the experts. Visit carrier.com and make yourself comfortable.
570 AM 570 LA Sports.
When the Dodgers score 5, you win at Papa John's. The day after the Dodgers score 5 or more